My beloved child, this world is facing a momentous time where decisions are not only being made on earth but also in heaven. Some things have been decreed, yet others remain suspended, awaiting humanity's response. And do you know this? You are not a mere bystander. You are not an unknown voice lost in the void. Your prayers carry power. Your heart has the ability to influence what is to come. Those who rise up in my name, those who step into prayer, those who do not merely speak of faith but live by faith, these are the ones who can alter their destiny. Open your heart wide and listen intently, for I am revealing something significant to you, a revelation proclaimed in heaven, a great decision under consideration in the heavenly realm. This world is entering a critical hour, a turning point that could determine the fate of many, and now everything depends on how you respond with your own heart. Oh, my child, do not think that everything has been set in stone, unchangeable. Do not believe that the fate of humanity is carved into immovable rock. I am the Almighty, the one who reigns over all creation, the Lord of time, and I have the power to change what is to come. I can overturn what has been decreed. I can erase what the world deems irreversible. But I need you to listen to me. I need you to hear not only with your ears, but with an open heart, with a humble spirit ready to obey. My child, there are things I have determined, but I do not act arbitrarily. I listen to the prayers of my children. I look upon their hearts. I seek those who stand in unity with me, those who will call upon my name, those who will plead for my mercy upon this earth. For I am not only a God of justice, but also a God of mercy. If you call upon me, if you return to me, if you stand in the gap for my people, I will answer. Remember what has happened throughout history. When the people of Nineveh repented and cried out for forgiveness, I withheld my judgment. When Moses interceded for Israel, I did not destroy them. When David humbled himself, I showed mercy and brought restoration. I am not a God who refuses to change course, but a God who listens and responds to those who seek me with a repentant and contrite heart. Listen carefully, for what I am about to say is not empty words. A destruction has been decreed. A storm is rising. A great shaking is about to take place. The world has sown too many seeds of wickedness, and now the harvest of those deeds is drawing near. But before the worst comes, before the darkest days descend upon humanity, I am still calling you. Yes, I am calling you even now, for there is still hope, still a chance to alter the course of history, still a path to reverse what is approaching. My child, I am not the God of destruction. I do not seek judgment, but I seek redemption. I do not desire the downfall of mankind, but I long for their salvation. Yet this world has been distant from me for too long. People have cast aside my presence, closed their ears to my words, and hardened their hearts against my call. They have chosen to walk their own paths, paths filled with pride, deceit, greed, and sin. They have forgotten that I am the one who holds life, and they have cut themselves off from me. But my child, understand this: even in the darkest hour, my love does not cease. Even when judgment is near, my mercy still remains. There is still a way out of destruction, still a path that can change everything. But that path does not come from man, does not come from political systems, does not come from the wisdom of this world. That path can only be found in me, through repentance, through seeking me, through humbly returning to the one who created you. My child, this is not an empty warning. This is not a message meant to instill fear. This is a call of love, an invitation of grace, a final opportunity to change everything. But you must understand that time is closing. The door of mercy is still open, but it will not remain open forever. When that day comes, when destruction sweeps in, those who are unprepared will not be able to escape. Those who hesitate will not be able to say they were not warned. My beloved child, I am not only calling you for yourself, but also for the souls of others. I do not only want you to be saved, I want you to be a bearer of salvation to this world. I want you to rise and shine in the midst of darkness. I want you to intercede for those who are still asleep. I want you to stand in the gap, to hold back my wrath from falling upon those who are not yet ready. For your prayers have power. Your repentance can alter the destiny of many. If you rise, if you pray, if you seek me with all your heart, I can overturn what has been set. I can delay judgment. I can bring forth a new season, a new opportunity, a wave of revival before time runs out. But my child, do not wait until tomorrow. Do not think that you can delay. Do not believe that you can continue living as before without heeding what I am saying, for time does not stand still. The days ahead will not be like the days that have passed. The shakings will increase, the signs will become clearer, and those who are not awake will be swept away by the current of this world. Do you know how many have ignored this call? They turn away, not because they have not heard, but because they choose to disregard it. They are consumed by the rush of life, caught up in fleeting desires, believing they still have time, that tomorrow will always be there to decide. But then, when the storm suddenly comes, when darkness surrounds them and they have nowhere left to hold on to, they realize too late that they have missed what was most important. By then, it may already be too late. The opportunity I have given them is not endless, and not everyone receives a second chance to turn back. But you, my beloved child, you are not among them. You are not one of those who only wake up when everything has crumbled. You do not have to wait until pain knocks on your door, until all is broken, to realize that I have been waiting for you all along. At this very moment, as you read these words, I am opening a path before you. It is not a path of fear or suffering, but a path of protection, of peace, of light. Have you ever wondered why challenges come your way? Why there are moments when you feel lost, even though you have given your best? Perhaps you have been searching for answers in the wrong places. The world may offer you promises, but they are mere illusions. The things you believe will make you happy, that you think will complete you, do they truly bring lasting peace? Or do they only temporarily fill the emptiness within you, only for you to feel even more hollow when they fade away? I do not want you to go through unnecessary pain. I do not want you to stumble before finding your way back. That is not my plan for you. I am calling you now, while you still have the freedom to choose, while you can still walk the path I have prepared for you without having to endure unnecessary losses. But the choice is yours. Are you willing to listen? Are you ready to place your trust in me before the storm arrives? If you insist on continuing down the path you are on, I will not be able to intervene in what is about to unfold. I have placed two ways before you, and I have called you back to the light. But if you cling to this path, I will not force you to stop. Free will is the gift I have given you since the beginning of creation, and I will never take it away. But you must understand, every road leads to a destination, and if you keep walking without allowing me to guide you, you will find yourself in a place you never wanted to be. What has been prophesied, what has been warned, will not be delayed forever. The world is moving toward a time when what has been hidden will be revealed, and what seemed impossible will become reality. The waves of chaos and darkness have already begun to rise, but through it all, I am still reaching out to you, waiting for you to place your trust in me. Because if you let me lead you, if you choose to step out of deception and return to me, everything can change. The judgment has been written, but it has not yet been executed. A way of escape is still open before you. If you turn back, if you place your trust in me, I will erase what was set to happen. The evil that the forces of darkness have arranged to destroy you will be undone. The chains you do not even realize you are carrying will be broken. The walls that seemed impossible to tear down will crumble.
Tim?
Yes, my beloved. What you thought was inevitable will lose its power over you. I will step in, and every shackle will be shattered. Can you imagine it? A liberation not only in your mind, but in your entire life, in every aspect of who you are. You will walk no longer weighed down by burdens, no longer haunted by the past, no longer anxious about the future. You will stand upon a firm foundation that the world cannot shake. When I set you free, you will be truly free. But you must choose. I cannot pull you out of where you stand if you are still holding on to it. I cannot lead you if you will not let me take your hand. This is not a casual invitation. It is a decisive opportunity. When you put your trust in me, you are not only changing your own destiny, but also the lives of those around you. Because once I move in your life, your deliverance will become a light that guides others who are also lost. You will see evil uprooted. The forces that sought to destroy you will be defeated before your very eyes. What once held you in darkness will be dispelled by my light. And you will not merely be a witness, you will be a part of it. You will step into a new season, a new chapter of your life, where you will see me move not only through great miracles, but also in the smallest details of each day. My beloved child, do not think that I am distant or that I only act in grand and mighty things. I am present in the smallest moments of your life. When you wake up in the morning and take your first breath, that is me. When you walk forward and feel peace in the midst of the storm, that is me. When you lift your eyes and realize that you are no longer bound by what once imprisoned you, that is me at work. But you must decide now. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not think that you can delay a little longer. For every passing day is one step closer to the fulfillment of what has been ordained. But if you turn back now, if you surrender everything into my hands, you will witness a deliverance you never thought possible. You will no longer be the person you once were. Darkness will no longer surround you, nor will fear hold dominion over you. You will be a new creation, strong, steadfast, and filled with light. The things that once troubled you will lose their power over you. The burdens that once weighed heavily upon you will no longer press down on your shoulders. You will walk in true freedom, the freedom that only I can give you. I am calling you right now. Listen, respond. Let me lead you into a place of safety. Once you decide to let me guide you, you will never have to look back. And then you will find yourself standing on the mountaintop, looking down at what once chained you, realizing that you have truly been set free. So, what will you do? Will you continue down the old path where I cannot protect you? Or will you step into my embrace, where you will find absolute security? The door is still open, but not forever. Step through before it is too late. For once you enter, you will not only witness your own deliverance, but also the triumph of light over darkness. And in that moment, you will know that you have truly been redeemed. O my beloved child, hear my voice clearly in this very moment. This is not an invitation that can wait until tomorrow. This is not a call that can be ignored or taken lightly. This is an urgent plea, a pressing warning that you cannot afford to dismiss. I am calling you right now in this very moment, and you must decide today what you will do with my words. My child, there is no more time for hesitation, no more room for uncertainty, no space left for delay. What I have spoken has been declared in heaven. What is coming is no longer a distant prophecy. It is closer than ever before. What has been ordained will come to pass. But oh, my child, if you walk in obedience, if you place your full trust in me, if you heed my guidance, I can change it. I can show mercy. I can overturn what the world believes to be unchangeable. But if I do not act, if no one rises to intercede, if no one steps into the place I have prepared for them, then when the appointed time arrives, there will be no more chances. My child, this is a battle that cannot be ignored. This is not the time for you to continue walking in old habits, living as if you have endless time. There is no more time for you to excuse yourself by saying you are not ready. There is no more time for you to say that you will seek me someday in the future, because that day does not belong to you. You do not know what tomorrow holds. You do not know what awaits ahead. But I do, and I am warning you now, so that you will not be swept away by what is coming without being prepared. My child, look at the world around you. Do you see it? The signs are undeniable. The words I have spoken are unfolding day by day. This world is shaking. The once solid systems are trembling. And what humanity believed to be unshakable is fading away. Everything is shifting, and you can feel it. But what you must understand is that this is not merely a change in nature, not just the ordinary turbulence of history. This is a divine transition. This is the moment when I am separating those who belong to me from those who do not. This is the time when every soul must decide the path they will take. And you cannot stand in the middle. You cannot walk in compromise. You cannot hold on to the world and expect my covering at the same time. It is time for you to choose, my child. If you want to see my intervention, if you want to witness miracles, if you want to step into a new season, you must decide now. I cannot intervene while you still cling to what I have told you to release. I cannot change your circumstances while you hold on to the things that pull you away from me. I cannot bless you if your hands are not open to receive. But if you let go, if you trust, if you obey, you will see my hand move. You will witness great things you have never seen before. You will walk in a freedom you have never experienced. My child, do not let your heart grow hardened to my voice. Do not let indifference cause you to miss this moment of grace. You may think you still have time, but do not let that deception steal your opportunity. Do not let yourself look back in regret for not heeding my call. Do not allow yourself to face the coming days without my protection. For what is coming will not be easy. There will be trials, there will be purifications, there will be shaking. But, my child, those who are in me will not be shaken. Those who are prepared will not be swept away in the chaos. Those who listen to my voice will walk in peace, even as the world around them trembles. My child, remember this: I am not a God of fear. I am a God of protection. I do not call you so that you would panic, but so that you would prepare. I do not speak to you to make you anxious, but to make you steadfast. I do not warn you so that you would be afraid, but so that you would know that I am still in control of all things. But you must walk in obedience. You must walk in trust. You must surrender your whole heart into my hands and allow me to lead you in the way you should go. My child, do not wait any longer. Rise up, pray, awaken your spirit. Let my spirit fill you. Let me ignite the fire within you, so that you may walk in clarity, in strength, in readiness. Do not let time slip away meaninglessly. Do not let the busyness of this world distract you from what is most important. This is your time. This is the moment I want you to seize. This is your opportunity to step into a greater calling, a deeper fullness, a more intimate relationship with me. I do not speak these words to instill fear in you, but to awaken your awareness to the truth, so that you may not be among those who regret when it is too late. Many only realize the gravity of the situation when pain has struck, when what is most precious in their hands has been taken away. When they look back and see that they have ignored too many warnings, they have missed opportunities to return. They have disregarded the times when I patiently called out to them. They only begin to cry out to me when everything collapses, when they have nothing left to hold on to, when they realize that all they once trusted in could not save them. But by then, it is often too late. Not because I am unwilling to listen, but because their hearts have been hardened for too long, to the point where they can no longer recognize my voice. But my child, you are not one of them. You do not have to wait until suffering reaches you to awaken. You do not have to taste loss to realize that I am calling you. You do not have to walk through paths filled with tears to understand that you have wasted too much time. Right now, while you still have the chance, I am calling you to step out of delay, to step out of indifference, to step out of hesitation that has lingered too long in your heart. My child, do you know what is more precious than anything? It is opportunity. And you are holding in your hands an opportunity that many have longed for but could not have. Countless souls have missed their moment, have let their days pass by without realizing that I was always there, waiting for them, calling them. So many have wished for just one more chance, to start over, to correct their mistakes, to walk the right path. But time did not turn back. My child, you are not them. You still have time. You still have a choice. You can still step into the light that I am shining before you. But you must act now. This opportunity will not last forever. The door of grace is not always open. There are times when I patiently wait, but there are also times when the door will close. And my child, when that door shuts, will you be standing inside, or will you be left outside? Do not gamble with your destiny. Do not let the day come when you look back and regret that you did not respond to my call while you still had the chance. My child, reflect on this. If you could see tomorrow, what would you do today? If you knew beforehand that my words will come to pass, would you still delay? If you could glimpse the fate of those who rejected their opportunity, would you still take lightly what I am saying to you right now? Wake up, open your eyes, see what is happening around you. Every sign, every event, every shift in this world is declaring what is to come. But not everyone perceives it. Not everyone is willing to listen. What about you? Will you be the one who sees and acts, or will you be the one who waits until it is too late? My child, I do not call you to walk in fear, I do not want you to be anxious or troubled, but I want you to be prepared. I want you to equip yourself. I want you to step into an intimate relationship with me so that when that day comes, you will not just be a bystander. You will be one who stands firm in the storm. Those who have prepared will not be shaken. Those who have built their foundation upon me will not be swept away. Those who are ready will not be caught off guard. But my child, know this: preparation is not something you can accomplish in a single day. Stability in me is not something you can build in a fleeting moment. It must be cultivated, refined, and nurtured daily. This is not the time to seek me only in moments of need, then forget me when everything seems fine. This is the time to step into a deep relationship with me, to learn to recognize my voice, to walk in the guidance of my spirit. My beloved child, do not let anything slow your steps. Do not let fear make you hesitate. Do not let doubt cause you to question my calling upon your life. If I have placed this in your heart, if I have spoken to you, then you need no further proof. Trust. Walk forward. Let your faith lead you into readiness. For as you walk with me, you will see doors open before you. You will see doors open before you. You will see doors open before you. You will witness miracles unfold in your life. You will see me move in ways you have never imagined. My dear child, I have already prepared a path for you. But you must choose to step into it. You must walk in obedience. You must set foot on the journey I have ordained for you since the beginning of time. And if you do, you will not only escape what is to come, but you will enter into a new life, a life overflowing with blessings, a life beyond anything you ever thought you could experience. My beloved child, I have seen you from the moment you took your first step on this journey. I have watched every moment you have walked through, listened to the thoughts in your heart, and felt every emotion that has stirred in your soul. There is nothing about you that I do not know, no moment in your life that I have not witnessed. I know where you have been, what you have faced, and the choices you have made. I know the wounds in your heart, the hurts you do not dare to speak of, the memories you try to bury. I know the times you have felt lost, the moments you have questioned whether you are on the right path. I understand the battles within your soul. When you long to walk in the light, yet feel something holding you back, pulling you toward the darkness. My child, I see the burdens you carry. I know the worries you have never dared to share with anyone. I know the silent fears that make you walk with your head down. There are days when you feel weary, when you want to give up, when you long to stop in the middle of the journey. There are moments when you doubt yourself, doubt the path ahead, doubt even the plan I have set for your life. I see the times you hesitate, the times you take a step forward but still look back at the past, the times you wonder if you are truly worthy of what I have prepared for you. But my child, listen to me. None of these things will be your end. You are not destined to live under the weight of past mistakes. You are not a prisoner of your failures, your shortcomings, or your fears. You were not created to remain trapped, bound by the chains of negative thoughts that surround you. You are not a lost soul with no way out. You are not meant to wander endlessly in darkness. I have never written your story with an ending of disappointment. My child, you must know that you were not created to be bound by the things that try to pull you away from me. You were not made to live in regret, trapped in the torment of what has been. I do not see you through the lens of your past. I do not measure you by your failures. Do you know what I see when I look at you? I see someone whom I love unconditionally. I see a soul that I have created with a divine purpose. I see a warrior who has the strength to rise after every fall. A child who can break free from the chains of the past and step into true freedom. My child, listen to my words. There is no sin too great that I cannot forgive. There is no wound too deep that I cannot heal. There is no despair too strong that I cannot break. You do not have to keep living under the bondage of what has passed. You do not have to accept the lies that you have gone too far, that you have no chance to return. You do not have to believe that you are not good enough, not worthy enough, not strong enough to go on. For I have called you, for I have chosen you, for I have ordained a plan greater than anything you could ever imagine. My child, look at my hands. They are still open, ready to receive you. Look at my heart. It still beats for you, still longs for your return. Look at the paths I have placed before you. They are not paths of condemnation, but paths of restoration. They are not paths of disappointment, but paths of hope. They are not paths of loss, but paths of redemption. Paths where everything you thought was lost can be reclaimed. My child, I know you have struggled. I know you have fallen. But I also know that you were not born to be crushed forever. You were not born to accept the chains of what does not belong to you. You were born to walk in the light, to step into the fullness that I have prepared for you. But you must choose. You must decide. You must rise and step out of the things that are holding you down. You must set your feet upon the path I have laid before you. And if you do, you will witness the miraculous unfold before your eyes. My child, there is nothing I cannot do. I can open the door you thought was shut forever. I can lift you from the place where you have fallen. I can transform you from within, making you a completely new creation. But you must be willing to walk by faith. You must believe that I have prepared something great for you. You must believe that you are not destined to remain in darkness. You must believe that you are worthy of my love, not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done for you. My child, come to me now. Do not delay. Do not let the voices in your mind convince you that you must wait for a perfect moment. Do not let doubt keep you from stepping into my grace. Right now, right here, I am waiting for you. In this very moment, I am inviting you into true freedom. Let go of the burdens. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the invisible chains that are holding you back, and step into my embrace. My beloved child, nothing in your past can determine your future when you place that future in my hands. No pain can define you when you allow me to heal you. No failure can bind you when you allow me to lift you up. Come to me, let me write the next chapter of your life, and you will see that your ending is not darkness, not failure, not loss, but victory, life, and the glory that I am ready to give you. My beloved child, open your eyes and listen carefully, for I am revealing to you a truth that you cannot ignore. The enemy has set his board, carefully crafting each move to lure you into the trap he has prepared. He does not act hastily, nor loudly, nor in a way that draws attention, but subtly, manipulating you little by little, leading you down a path that seems harmless, yet in reality, it leads to a perilous abyss you do not yet see. My child, understand that your enemy never appears in a terrifying form. It does not come with the face of destruction from the beginning. but disguises itself under the veil of familiarity, in the smallest temptations, in the compromises you believe to be harmless. It does not pull you down in an instant, but leads you step by step, little by little, so that you do not realize you are drifting away from the path I have shown you. It sows seeds of doubt in your heart, making you question whether I am truly there. It keeps you so busy that you no longer have time to pray, to seek me. It causes you to place your trust in yourself, in this world, in things that are fleeting, instead of placing your trust in me. And each time you give in, each time you say just this once, you move closer to the place it has prepared for you, but you do not realize it because it does not push you down immediately. It merely opens paths that seem harmless, then slowly draws you in. My child, stop and look at yourself. Where are you going? Do you see the signs I have given you? I have sent you countless warnings, stirred your spirit many times, used circumstances, dreams, and the people around you to awaken you. But are you listening? Or are you still reassuring yourself that everything is fine, that you are in control, that you still have time? My child, be awake. If you continue to close your eyes to the signs, if you ignore my voice, if you allow yourself to be swept away by the currents of this world, then the enemy will succeed. It will fulfill its plan, and you will not realize how far you have gone. By the time you awaken, you may already be standing at the edge of a precipice, one step away from the darkness from which you cannot escape on your own. But my child, I do not want that for you. That is not the destiny I have prepared for you. I did not create you to be trapped in the snares of the enemy. I have called you out of darkness. I have set you on the path of light, and you must not let the enemy steal that from you. You must rise. You must fight. You must recognize that this is not a game, but a battle for your very soul. My child, you cannot defeat the enemy by your own strength. You cannot rely on your own wisdom to escape its schemes. You cannot fight against what you are not even fully aware of. But you are not alone. I am here. I am your fortress, your shield, the one who fights for you. If you take my hand, if you place your trust in me, if you seek my guidance, then no plan of the enemy will prevail over your life. My child, the time has come for you to make a decision. You cannot continue walking through life unaware that a battle is raging around you. You cannot live without recognizing that your soul is being contended for between light and darkness. If you do not stand firm, you will be swept away. If you do not stay alert, you will be deceived. If you do not build your foundation on me, you will not withstand the storm when it comes. My child, return to me. Return to my word. Pray as you have never prayed before. Let your spirit be filled with my Holy Spirit, so that you may discern the schemes of the enemy and fight with my power. Do not let yourself be drawn in by small temptations. Do not let seemingly harmless things lead you down a path you do not want to go. Stand firm. Equip yourself with wisdom from me. My beloved child, you are not a victim. You are not a weak and defenseless being. You are my warrior. I have placed within you a strength that the enemy cannot withstand. I have given you my weapons, clothed you in my armor, and equipped you with my promises. But you must walk in them. You must use what I have given you. You cannot simply know that you have power without wielding it. You cannot merely hear of my strength without stepping into its operation. My child, look around you. Those who have awakened, those who have recognized the enemy's schemes, they are fighting, they are praying, they are standing firm in me. You must do the same. You cannot remain a spectator. You cannot sit idly by and do nothing. Rise up, intercede, take your place, the place I have ordained for you. And as you do, you will see the enemy retreat. You will see chains broken. You will see his plans destroyed. My beloved child, do not wait until it is too late. Do not allow yourself to be deceived any longer. Rise up. Walk in the strength I have placed within you. Fight with faith, with the unwavering confidence that I am with you, that I have already won the victory, that the enemy has no authority over your life. This is my call, a call of urgency in the midst of a shifting world, in the midst of events unfolding as signs that you cannot ignore. I do not speak to cause you confusion, but so that you may realize there is a way out, a path that leads to life, a refuge in the midst of the storm. But this path is not for the hesitant, not for the half-hearted, not for those who want to follow without being willing to let go of what is holding them captive. My child, the path I have prepared for you is not an easy road, nor is it one that can be immediately seen with human eyes. It requires surrender. It requires trusting me even when you do not see the full picture. It requires faith, a strong, unshakable faith, a steadfast surrender, an unwavering resolve. And you must choose to believe. You must decide to place your full trust in me, not based on circumstances, not based on emotions, but based on who I am, the faithful one, the unchanging one, the one who has held your life in my hands since the moment you were formed in your mother's womb. My child, I can deliver you. I can open doors that no one can shut. I can do what the world deems impossible. But I cannot force you to walk this path if you do not choose it. I cannot lead you if you are unwilling to take my hand. I cannot rescue you from the depths if you do not reach out for me to grasp you. You must choose, you must decide, and you must walk forward in trust. Do you understand, my beloved? I can rewrite what has been declared. I can overturn what the enemy has set in motion. I can change the outcome that the world believes is already sealed. There is nothing determined that I cannot intervene in. There is no scheme of the enemy that I cannot dissolve. But I need you to partner with me. I need you to listen. I need you to trust. And I need you to act. My child, do not ignore this call. Do not think this is mere coincidence. Do not let your mind deceive you into believing that there is still time, that you can wait, that there is no urgency. Do not let the enemy plant lies in your heart, convincing you that you can follow your own way and still expect my protection. No. This is the moment for you to awaken. This is the time for you to realize that I am speaking to you now, that I am opening a way before you, that I am drawing you into the shelter that only I can provide. My child, I am the Lord your God. I am the one who created you, who knew you before you were born, who ordained a plan for you from the very beginning. I am not some distant entity, nor a mere concept you have only heard about. I am the everlasting one, the one who has watched over every step you take, the one who is calling you into a life more abundant and fulfilling than you have ever known. But you must believe. You must believe that I am the one who can do all things. You must believe that I have authority over time, over space, over every circumstance. You must believe that nothing is beyond my power, that nothing is outside my control. My child, look at this world. Look at the upheavals taking place. Look at the chaos, at the rapid succession of events, at the signs I foretold long ago. Do you perceive it? This is not a series of random events. This is not a meaningless coincidence. These are warnings, awakening calls, signs that time is drawing to a close, that this world is approaching a turning point that no one can reverse. But my child, in the midst of it all, I am calling you. I am drawing you into a place of safety. I am preparing you for what is to come. Are you ready? My beloved child, have you ever deeply considered the choices you make each day? Do you realize that your decisions not only affect you, but also impact many others? There are lives that are being shaped by the choices you make at this very moment. Yes, you are not alone in this journey. You are not an isolated island in a vast ocean. What you choose today has the power to change the destiny not only of yourself, but also of those you have never even thought about. My child, understand that in the spiritual realm nothing happens by chance. Everything is connected. When a decree is made in heaven, it does not only affect one individual, but can impact an entire generation. When someone chooses to walk in the light, that light does not shine on them alone. It radiates to those around them. And when one chooses to walk in darkness, that darkness does not consume only them. It draws many others into its grasp. My child, do you know that you have been placed in this exact position at this exact time, not by accident? Do you know that I have given you gifts, abilities, and opportunities, not just for yourself, but so that you may be a light, an inspiration, a pathfinder for others? What you choose today will shape the future, not only for yourself, but for many who are waiting for change through you. Consider this. If a candle is lit in a dark room, its light does not illuminate only itself, but spreads to everything around it. A single drop of water can create ripples across an entire lake. A single word can change a person's destiny. A single act of faith can open doors that never existed before. So what do you think about your own decisions? What do you think about the choice you are facing right now? Do you realize that what you are considering is not just about you, but has the potential to create an impact far greater than you have ever imagined? My child, I have seen the people you will touch. I have seen the souls waiting for you to rise, the hearts longing to witness an example of faith, of hope, of perseverance. There are lives that will be transformed if you walk in obedience. There are souls I desire to reach through you. But if you hesitate, if you delay, if you do not walk in the plan I have set before you, who will be affected? Who will have to wait longer to receive the help I intend to give them through you? My child, remember how many times I have sent someone at just the right moment, when you needed encouragement, help, or a reminder. Was that a coincidence? No. That was my plan. And just as I have done for you, I want to use you to do the same for others. But if you do not rise up, if you do not answer the call, if you do not walk in your purpose, then who will miss the opportunity to be touched by my love? My child, you may think that you are just one small person in this vast world. You may wonder, does my decision really matter? Does my choice truly make a difference? But look back through history. One person standing in faith can change an entire generation. One person saying yes to me can open the door for blessings to flow to countless others. One person daring to trust me can shake the very foundations of the kingdom of darkness. Think of Moses, just a child left upon the Nile, but when he walked in my calling, an entire nation was set free. Think of David, just a shepherd boy, but when he stood up in faith, all of Israel was delivered from the hand of the enemy. Think of Mary, just an ordinary young woman, but when she said yes to me, all of humanity received the Savior. And my child, if I could do it through them, I can do it through you. Do not let doubt slow your steps. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not think that you must have all the answers before you can move forward. No, you need only one thing: to trust me. You need only to let me lead, and I will take care of the rest. I will provide what you need. I will make the way as you walk. I will place you in the right place at the right time, so that you may be the change that this world is longing for. My child, I am searching for those who will rise in this hour. I am looking for those who do not only care about themselves, but who weep for the world, who will kneel and intercede for their families, their cities, and their nations. I am seeking those who will stand in the gap, those who will not allow destruction to come without prayer. I am searching for those who dare to believe that I can do the impossible, who know that I am the God of miracles, the one who can turn all things around when hearts truly return to me. My child, examine yourself. Are you standing where I have called you to stand? Are you praying not just for yourself, but for the souls of others? Are you standing in unity with me, or are you allowing the things of this world to distract you? Do not think that only spiritual leaders bear the responsibility of intercession. Do not think that you are too small for this. No. Every one of my children has a voice in heaven. Every prayer spoken in faith has the power to shift the spiritual realm. Every tear shed in repentance is precious before me. My child, do you want to see change? Do you long for restoration? Do you desire to witness my mighty power at work? If so, begin now. Humble yourself, pray, and seek me with all your heart. Do not just talk about change. Be a part of it. Do not merely hope for me to move. Cry out for me to move. Do not wait for someone else to answer this call. I am calling you, my child. The world is waiting for those who dare to rise in my name. But I cannot force you. I cannot make the choice for you. The decision is yours. You can ignore my words. You can continue living as before. You can keep chasing after fleeting things. But if you do, one day you will look back and realize that you lost a precious opportunity to change history, to be a part of the divine plan I am unfolding. My child, decide now. Do not delay any longer. Do not think that you have endless time, for what is coming will not wait for you. What is being written in heaven will not be delayed forever. But if you pray, if you seek me, if you rise up, I will intervene. I will show mercy. I will do what you have never seen before, and you will know that I am the faithful one, the Almighty, the everlasting, the one who hears the cries of his people. So, my child, pray as if everything depends on your prayer. Seek me as if nothing else matters more. Stand in obedience, for I am looking for those who are willing. And if you respond, you will see the glorious things I have prepared since the beginning of time. Look at the journey you are on, the decisions you are weighing, the choices you are about to make. Do you realize that every step you take does not only affect you, but also others? If you fall, who will be dragged down with you? If you stray, who else will suffer the consequences? You may not see it now, but there are those who are watching you, placing their trust in you, looking to you for hope. My child, I know this, and the enemy knows it too. The enemy never targets just one individual. He is not merely trying to destroy you. He wants your downfall to bring others down with you. He wants you to fall so that you become a stumbling block to those who follow. He wants to push you into doubt, fear, and despair so that those who look to you will also lose hope. He knows that when one person falls, it is not just one failure, but a chain of failures that may follow. He does not move in haste, but he calculates every step, lays every trap, and sows every seed of deception and doubt in your mind, hoping that you will push yourself into the abyss. But my child, I know this too, and that is why I am calling you urgently. That is why I am speaking so strongly to your spirit right now. That is why I will not let you walk alone, will not let you wander in the darkness. I am pulling you out of the traps the enemy has set. I am opening your eyes to see the truth. I am calling you because you are not just a small, insignificant person in this world. You are a vital part of my plan, and what you do will impact far more than you can imagine. My child, remember, you were not born to live a meaningless life. You are not a lost fragment drifting in this vast universe. You were created with a purpose, born at the right time in the right generation to fulfill a part of my great plan. And you cannot let the enemy steal that from you. You cannot let fear hold you back. You cannot let the lies of the enemy cause you to give up. My child, if you knew that there were people waiting for you, hoping that you would walk in faith, believing that you would not give up, would you still turn away? If you knew that your journey is not just your own, but a mission, a light for others, would you still stop? If you could see how I desire to use you to bring change, to bring faith, to bring salvation, would you still let weariness cause you to falter? My child, wake up. This is not the time for you to be shaken. This is not the time for you to give up. This is the time for you to rise, to walk in the strength that I have placed within you. This is the time for you to reject the lies of the enemy, to reject fear, to reject everything that seeks to pull you away from the path I have set before you. My child, do you remember when Moses stood before the Red Sea? The Israelites were waiting for him. They were panicked, unsure of what to do. But I did not tell Moses to turn back. I did not tell him to find another way. I did not tell him to give up. I told him to lift his staff. I told him to trust me. And when he did, the sea parted. My child, you are standing before your own Red Sea. Maybe you see no way out. Maybe you feel as though you don't know what to do next. But remember, there are people watching you. Remember, I have placed a staff in your hands, a power, a calling, a strength that comes from me. Remember, if you stand firm, if you put your trust in me, you will not only cross the Red Sea, but you will lead many others into the promised land. My child, do not underestimate your influence. Do not think that you are too small to make a difference. Do not let the enemy deceive you into believing that you don't matter. No. You are my warrior. You are the light in this world. You are the one I have chosen, not because you are perfect, but because I am perfect, and I am working through you. My child, look at those around you. Think about your family, your friends, those you love, and even those you have never met. They may not say it, but they might be hoping in you, waiting for you to walk in faith. needing to see you stand firm so that they too may believe. And the enemy knows this. He knows that if you fall, others will be affected. But I also know this, and I will not let you fall into the hands of the enemy if you hold on to me. My child, let me lead you. Let me be your strength. Let me do what you cannot do in your own power, but you must walk in trust. You must stand firm. You must understand that you are not just fighting for yourself, but for those who are waiting for you. And if you rise, if you walk forward with courage, if you trust in me, you will see miracles happen. You will see walls crumble. You will see chains break. You will see souls set free. My beloved child, open your eyes and recognize what I am doing. When I come to deliver you, I am not just rescuing you alone. I am breaking a cycle that has existed for too long. A cycle that the enemy has used to bind not only your life, but also the generations after you. It has not only sought to destroy you, but it is aimed to spread destruction to those who come after you. You have found it. But, my child, remember that I am the chain breaker. When I act, no shackle can hold you. When I speak, no power can stand against it. When I deliver, no darkness can keep the soul that I have chosen. Do you understand, my child? The battle you are facing is not just about you. What is happening is not merely a personal trial. It is part of a greater plan, one that the enemy has been weaving in secret for a long time. He does not just want to destroy you. He wants to hold back those who will follow you, the generations to come. He wants to maintain a cycle of failure, of bondage, of despair. He wants those who come after you to suffer what you have endured. He wants pain to be their inheritance, destruction to be passed down from generation. But I have called you to rise. I have called you to break the cycle. I have called you to step into victory, not just for yourself, but for all those who will follow after you. But I am the God of deliverance, and when I set you free, I do not just rescue one person. I am shattering an entire system that has held on for far too long. I am breaking the invisible chains that have bound not only you, but also your family, your loved ones, and even the souls you have never met, who have unknowingly been trapped in the vicious cycle of darkness. When I deliver you, I am rewriting the story. I am changing a destiny the enemy thought was sealed. I am opening a new chapter, not just for you, but for others who have been waiting for the freedom that only I can give. But my child, I ask you this: will you let it happen? Will you stand by and watch the enemy continue his cycle of destruction? Will you allow darkness to keep consuming what belongs to you? Or will you take my hand and join me in changing this story once and for all? My child, remember this: you have a choice. You can continue to remain trapped in fear, in doubt, in hesitation. You can let the enemy convince you that you have no power to change anything. You can let him whisper that you are too weak, too helpless, too late to do anything at all. But, my child, if you believe those lies, you have already placed yourself in a position of defeat, even though I am ready to fight for you. But if you choose to take my hand, if you choose to walk forward in faith, if you choose to trust in me rather than in what your eyes see, you will witness wonders unfold. You will see things happen that you never thought were possible. You will see doors open that you never imagined could be opened. You will see the enemy tremble as his plans are shattered into pieces by my power. My child, I did not call you to live an ordinary life. I did not place you in this world just to exist without purpose. I have called you to be a chain breaker. I have chosen you not only to step out of the darkness, but to lead others out as well. When you rise up in faith, you are not just saving yourself, you are paving the way for many others. My child, consider this. If you do not take my hand, if you do not step forward, if you do not change the story, who will? If you do not break this cycle, who will continue to suffer? If you do not fight now, who will be bound for another generation? My child, this is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to rise. This is the time to step into the destiny I have ordained for you. This is the time to declare to the enemy that this cycle will not continue, that it ends here, right now, in my name. My child, do not let fear hold you back. Do not let weariness stop you. Do not let old wounds make you believe that you are not strong enough. Remember, I did not call you because you are perfect. I called you because I am perfect, and I will work through you. Remember, you do not fight alone. I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will equip you. I will go before you and make the way, but you must choose to step forward. My child, do not delay any longer. Take my hand. Let me break every chain that has held you back. Let me rewrite the story the enemy tried to author. Let me lead you into a future where darkness has no hold on you, where fear no longer controls you, where generations after you will walk in freedom because of the decision you make today. My child, remember that when you choose obedience, when you choose to stand, when you choose to let me lead you, it is not just about you. It is about an entire generation. It is about those who are waiting for you to walk in obedience. It is about the souls I will reach through you. Let this story no longer be a cycle of destruction, but a story of deliverance, of restoration, of victory. In this world, nothing happens by chance. Every event, every step, every choice you make leads to a certain outcome. What you are going through today is not merely a random challenge. It may be the result of the paths you have chosen in the past. And the enemy knows this. He knows how to manipulate, how to lead you subtly, so that you do not even realize where you are headed until you have gone too far. My child, understand that the enemy never appears with the face of evil from the beginning. He does not come with a clear warning, nor does he push you straight into destruction. He does not shove you into darkness in an obvious way. No, he is more cunning than that. He hides behind things that seem harmless. He plants small but destructive thoughts in your heart. He whispers in your ear, sowing doubt, making you question whether there is truly any danger. He tells you that it's just one more step, that you are still in control, that you can turn back any time you want. But my child, do you see what is happening? He is not in a hurry. He is patient, leading you little by little, step by step. He never throws you into destruction all at once. He pulls you inch by inch, compromise by compromise, small decision by small decision, and you do not realize it because each step seems insignificant, nothing to worry about, until one day you look back and see that you have gone too far, that you have stepped too deep into a place you were never meant to be. My child, do you see? The enemy does not need to deceive you with great things. He only needs to make you let down your guard. He only needs to keep you busy with unimportant things so that you no longer have time for me. He only needs to make you believe that you are in control so that you forget that I alone am your true stronghold. He only needs to lure you with what looks like opportunities but are, in reality, carefully disguised traps. And he continues to do this, day by day, moment by moment, until you have wandered so far from the light that you can no longer see your way back. But my child, I am here to pull you out. I am here to open your eyes, to show you that you do not have to keep walking this path. Stop right now. Consider what you are stepping into. Look closely at the choices you are making. Do not let the enemy push you to the point of no return. Do not let him convince you that one more step will not hurt, because that one step could be the step that pushes you over the edge. That one small compromise could open the door to a chain of events beyond your control. My child, have you stopped to think? Have you recognized the signs I have sent you? Have you noticed the warnings I have placed before you? My child, remember that I am not calling you to walk in fear, but I am calling you to walk in awareness. I do not want you to be anxious or confused, but I want you to open your eyes to see the enemy's schemes clearly. You cannot fight against what you are unaware of. You cannot resist the enemy if you do not know what he is doing. That is why I am speaking to you now. That is why I am exposing what he is trying to hide. That is why I am pulling you out of the fog of deception that he has surrounded you with. My child, you were not born to be a slave to these deceptions. You were not created to live in the confusion of misguided choices. You were not destined to be ensnared by the traps the enemy has set before you. I have formed you to walk in clarity, in wisdom, in discernment between light and darkness. You are not weak and unprotected. You have me. You have my power. You have my guidance. But you must choose to listen. You must choose to walk in obedience. You must choose to turn away from the doors the enemy is placing before you. My child, do not wait until it is too late. Do not wait until you have fallen into the trap before crying out for me to save you. Do not wait until you have lost everything to realize that you have been deceived. Stop now. Cry out to me to open your eyes so that you may see the path before you. Run to me the moment you hear the whispers of temptation creeping into your mind. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. Do not let yourself be pulled too far before you recognize what is happening. My child, I am calling you. Awaken. Return to me. Let me lead you. Let me protect you from what you cannot foresee. Do not let the enemy take control of your life story. Do not let him write on the pages that I have destined to be filled with light and glory. You do not belong to the darkness. You do not belong to deception. You belong to me. My beloved child, listen to my voice today. Run to me now. Let me pull you out of what is trying to drag you into the abyss. Let me keep you in true peace on the path that I have prepared for you. Do not let today's small choices turn into tomorrow's irreversible regrets. I do not only see your present, I see beyond. I see through the fog of time, through the crossroads you have yet to reach. I know where each path will lead you. I see what awaits ahead. The things your eyes cannot yet perceive, but I have seen from eternity past. And today I come to warn you. The path you are walking will not end in peace. It will not lead to the wholeness your heart longs for. If you continue without heeding my voice, destruction awaits you. But my child, remember, I am still the God of redemption. No matter what the enemy has planned, no matter how much he believes he has control, he cannot surpass my power. I am still speaking, I am still calling, I am still redeeming those who are willing to return. And today I send you this warning filled with my love. Do not take another step without listening to me. Do not ignore this call. My child, you cannot continue without stopping to consider. This is not a trivial matter that you can dismiss. This is a defining moment, a time when you must choose. Will you keep walking in deception, or will you stop and listen to my voice? If you think you can find your way alone, you are mistaken. If you believe you can evade the traps without my guidance, you have been deceived. If you continue to ignore the signs I have placed along your path, you are pushing yourself closer to the abyss the enemy has prepared. My child, the enemy does not want you to stop and reflect. He wants you to keep moving, to continue being swept along by the currents of the world, to allow the noise to drown out my voice. He knows that if you pause, if you become still and listen, you will recognize the truth. He knows that if you look closely, you will see what he is trying to hide. He knows that if you follow my voice, all his plans will be shattered. That is why he tries to keep you busy, to distract you, to make you feel that nothing is urgent. But my child, do not be deceived. Do not let him blind you to the signs I am sending. Do you think I come to warn you without reason? Do you think I speak these words to you just to make you anxious? No, my child. I come to save you. I come to pull you out of the wrong path before it is too late. I come to lead you back to the path of life so that you will not walk into a place I never intended for you to go. My child, understand this. I am not only the one who sees ahead, I am the one who can change your destiny if you allow me to lead you. The enemy may have drawn up his plans, but he is not the one who decides your outcome. If you listen to me, if you turn back, if you surrender, I will rewrite your story. I will bring you out of dangers you do not even see, and I will place you on the path of life. My child, you do not have to walk into pain to learn to run to me. You do not have to fall before realizing you have gone the wrong way. You do not have to reach the depths of despair before recognizing that I am the only one who can save you. Learn to listen now. Learn to recognize my voice in this very moment. Do not wait until everything has collapsed. Do not wait until the darkness has consumed you before running to the light. Stop now. Let me lead you. Let me open your eyes so that you may see the path ahead. My child, I know you have your own plans. I know you have mapped out what you want to do, what you think will be good for you. But understand this, not every path leads to life. Not every door that opens before you is from me. Not everything that looks good is a true blessing. If you do not listen to me, if you do not seek me, if you do not wait for my guidance, you may step into things you were never meant to enter. You may open doors I never intended for you. And when that happens, you will realize that your path cannot bring you the peace you thought it would. But my child, I am the God of mercy. I do not only come to warn you, I come to lead you into a better path. I do not only show you the dangers, I have already prepared a way of escape. If you trust me, if you lay down your own way to walk in the way I have for you, you will see wonders unfold. You will see doors open that you never thought possible. You will see my hand protecting you from things you could not avoid on your own. You will see blessings overflow as you walk in obedience. My child, listen to my words. Return to me today. Leave behind what has led you astray. Let me take control of your path. Do not let pride keep you from heeding my voice. Do not let a hardened heart cause you to miss what I am preparing for you. Do not let the enemy convince you that you can continue without me. My beloved child, I am speaking to you right now. Recognize that this is not a coincidence. This is not an empty warning. This is my voice calling you, inviting you to return, pulling you away from danger. Seize this opportunity. Do not delay. Do not wait. Do not let it be too late. I am here, waiting for your response. I am opening a new path, and I want you to walk in it. There is something stirring in the spiritual realm, something your eyes cannot see. But I see it clearly. The forces of darkness have laid out their plans, and they do not wait for your negligence. An attack is forming, a scheme that has long been devised. But I will not let you walk into danger without a warning. I will not let you wander without a call to return. My child, a door has been opened. It may have been unlocked by a wrong decision, one you thought was just a small step, yet it led you farther than you ever imagined. Perhaps it began with a relationship I warned you to stay away from, but you ignored my voice. Perhaps it started with a small compromise you thought was insignificant, yet now it has become a bondage you cannot escape on your own. Or maybe this door was opened by the weariness in your spirit, by the cooling of your heart, making you no longer sensitive to my guidance as you once were. You did not realize that, little by little, you stepped further away from the safe place where I had placed you. You became less watchful, and that is exactly what the enemy was waiting for. But my child, regardless of the reason, regardless of how that door was opened, the result remains the same. A verdict has been written. The enemy does not come to play games with you. He is not one who merely seeks to disturb you for a moment and then leave. He comes to steal what belongs to you, to kill what I have placed inside you, to destroy what I have built in your life. He does not merely want to make you stumble. He wants to see you collapse. He does not only want to weaken you, he wants to take away your faith. He does not only want to lead you astray, he wants to make you forget the way back. My child, do you know what is most dangerous? It is when you do not realize you are under attack. It is when you believe everything is still normal, while in reality, the enemy has been moving every piece into place to bring you exactly where he wants you. He does not strike immediately, but he is patient, leading you step by step closer to the edge of destruction. He makes you believe that you are still in control, that you can turn back whenever you wish. But, my child, do not be deceived. If you do not recognize what is happening, if you do not awaken, by the time you wish to return, you may have already drifted too far. But my child, do not be afraid, for I am the Almighty. I am the Lord your God, who still reigns on the throne, and I will never allow the enemy's plans to prevail if you place your trust in me. That is why I am warning you right now. I do not want you to walk forward blindly. I do not want you to face the traps the enemy has set for you alone. I do not want you to keep moving toward a place I never intended for you to go. My child, listen to my words now, before it is too late. My child, stop right now. Look around at what is happening in your life. Examine the decisions you have made. Is there something that has pulled you away from my presence? Is there something that has caused your heart to grow cold? Is there something that has stolen the peace I have given you? My child, do not ignore the signs. Do not turn away from the warnings I have sent you. Turn back before you go too far. My child, I am the one who can shut the door that the enemy has opened. I am the one who can break every bondage you have unknowingly created. I am the one who can overturn the verdict the enemy has written against you. But you must come to me. You must cry out to me. You must let go of the things that have led you astray. You cannot continue holding on to what has given the enemy access and still expect me to close the door. You cannot keep walking in darkness and expect the light to illuminate your path. My child, choose today to return. My child, I am speaking to you this very moment. Do not wait another day. Do not give the enemy more time to carry out his plans. Do not give him another chance to steal what I have given you. Rise up now. Rend your heart before me. Repent, seek me, and allow me to lead you into restoration. My child, I have not come to condemn you, but to save you. I have not come to judge you, but to rescue you from what you cannot yet see. If you respond to my voice now, you will witness my power at work. You will see chains break. You will see the door that the enemy opened shut completely. You will see peace return to your heart. You will see a new path unfold before you, a path of life, restoration, and victory. My beloved child, listen carefully, for what I am saying to you is not just a reminder but an opportunity for you to be delivered, to step into the complete freedom I have prepared for you since before time began. But you must understand this: deliverance does not happen automatically. It depends on one thing: whether you turn back or not. My child, I know there have been decrees spoken, verdicts written, and outcomes that seem unchangeable. There are things that have been established in the spiritual realm, judgments that have been recorded. But do you know this? I am the Lord your God. I am the one who holds supreme authority over all. And no decree can stand before me if I command it to be overturned, even if it has been declared in the heavens, even if the enemy believes he has bound you, even if all signs point to a fixed outcome. If you return, if you choose me as your shepherd, I will erase it all. My child, remember that my protection is not something you can take for granted. It is not a general covering. It is for those who walk in my ways, those who choose to trust me, those who obey me. I cannot protect those who insist on following their own path. I cannot shelter those who turn away from me, who continue in deception despite my warnings. I cannot rescue those who refuse to listen to my voice, those who harden their hearts against my words. My child, do you understand this? I do not say these things to frighten you, but to awaken you. The enemy does not play games. He does not hesitate. He has no mercy. He seeks to steal everything precious in your life. He wants to rob you of your destiny, obscure your path, and lead you down the road he has designed, a road that ends in destruction. And if you keep walking without listening to me, if you do not stop to examine the path you are on, you will unknowingly hand yourself over to him. My child, this is the moment you must decide. There is no more time to waver, no more room for excuses, no more delays. You cannot continue in your own way and still expect my protection. You cannot hold on to what is wrong and expect me to turn things around for you. You cannot stand between two paths, one foot following me, the other still in the world. You must choose. My child, consider this. If a child runs away from the embrace of their parents, rushing into the street without heeding their call, what will happen? It is not because the parents do not love them, nor because they do not wish to protect them, but because the child has willingly left the place of safety. My child, so it is with me. I love you. I long to shelter you. I desire to protect you from all harm. But if you refuse my call, if you keep running away from my guidance, if you continue to indulge in what I have told you to forsake, I cannot stop what is coming. I cannot save someone who does not want to be saved. But my child, look, Look at my love for you. I have never ceased calling you back. I have never stopped giving you opportunities. I have blocked many schemes the enemy had planned for you, though you were unaware. I have shielded you from disasters you did not even know were approaching. I have preserved you, even when you were not seeking my protection. And now I am opening a way out for you, my child. I do not want destruction to come upon you. I do not want to see you bound by consequences that I could have prevented. I do not want you to suffer what you were never meant to bear. But you must do one thing. Turn back. You must forsake your old ways. You must stop and realize that you cannot control everything on your own. You must humble yourself. Acknowledge that you need me. You must let me step in and do what you cannot do. My child, if you turn back, I will rescue you. If you repent, I will break every chain. If you call upon my name, I will move on your behalf. If you choose to walk with me, I will place you in a secure place where the enemy cannot touch you. But my child, do not wait too long. This opportunity is not forever. This moment is now. Do not wait until tomorrow, for tomorrow is not guaranteed. Do not think that you can delay, that you can return whenever you wish. Do not let the enemy deceive you into believing that you have plenty of time, for that is his greatest lie. My child, I am stretching out my arms to you. I am opening the door before you. I am shattering the enemy's plans if you choose to step into my protection. But you must take the step. You must choose. You must decide. My child, turn back today. Let me cover you. Let me rescue you. Let me rewrite your story. Let me replace the consequences that were meant to come with a future full of blessings. Let me transform you from the inside out. Now come before my altar and offer this prayer. Almighty God, open the eyes of my heart so that I may recognize the time in which you are warning me. Help me not to be blind to the truth, not to be swept away by distractions and forget what truly matters. Teach me to listen and to discern your signs. I do not want to live as one asleep in darkness, but to awaken and walk in your guidance. O Lord God, I know that the world is shaking, but I do not want to live in fear. Please grant me the courage to stand firm in the truth. When trials come, help me not to tremble, but to rely on you. Keep me from going astray and strengthen me in my faith. You are my strong fortress, my source of strength, and in you I shall not be moved. Lord, awaken my spirit. Help me not to be deceived by falsehoods, not to be swept away by the tides of the world and forget your calling. I want to recognize the signs from heaven and prepare my heart to receive what you are revealing. Keep me watchful and ready to step into your calling, so that I may not be left behind. Almighty God, shield me from the enemy's schemes. He has set traps, manipulated circumstances to draw me away from you, but you are the one who breaks every chain, the one who causes the enemy to flee. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. Protect me from the deception of the evil one. I know that you alone are my only safe refuge. Lord, I know I am not here by chance. You have chosen me, called me, and placed a purpose upon my life. Yet my heart is still weighed down by things I have not let go of. Wounds, fears, and unseen burdens. Please come and renew me. Remove everything that binds me, so that I may walk in the freedom of your will. Transform me into a new creation, ready to embrace your divine plan. Lord, I hear your call, and I do not want to ignore your voice. If there is anything within me that hinders your work, please remove it now. Rescue me from the wrong path. Rewrite the story of my life. You have the power to erase judgment, to overturn what has been set. Help me to trust and act according to your guidance. Lord, prepare me for what is to come. Help me not to fall into spiritual slumber, not to lose my way, not to let fear hold me back. You have called me into a new season, but I need preparation. Grant me courage, strength, and faith so that I may be ready. I do not want to walk my own way. I want to follow yours. Lord, open the eyes of those who are lost. Many do not realize they are being deceived by the enemy, walking down a path of destruction. Save them before it is too late. Draw them near to you, let them see the light, and lead them onto the path of life. You do not desire for anyone to perish, but for all to be saved. Have mercy on them, and bring them back to you. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you won't miss any meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fully in His love. Amen.